Mr. Evans Goodins of the Northeast Farmers Association enlightened us about the help that was given to them by the AACP European Union.
Northeast Farmers Association started about 5 years ago. It was by Ms. Teresa Marshall, an extension officer in the Ministry of Agriculture. She normally come to the area visiting various farmers, including myself. And one day she came up with a brilliant idea to ask us if you don't think it's better to come to form a farmers organization. And the very first meeting we had was under a mango tree not too far from here. And after that meeting, history is in the making, because today we have 45 members in the Northeast Farmers Organization.
Could you tell me about the organizations that have been helping the Northeast Farmers Association?
We are a member of CAFAN, Caribbean Farmers Network. We have talked to a number of organizations while we're going through workshops and through the Ministry of Agriculture. When the Ministry of Agriculture have workshop, they have themselves. And we have talked to a number of organizations, but the ones that we really benefit from is these two that I just mentioned. The EU AACP, which is, I could say, one of the most lucrative help we had just for. The training come about again as introduced by FAO, and what they select is 30 of our members, and each of our members had to select a quarter-acre plot of our choice. Okay. The choices we had was in root crop, yams, potato, tanya, and yam, potato, tanyas. But when we received the LOA from FAO, a number of us was selected also to assist us in the training. We ourselves had to identify a few persons who we think would be capable of training us. We had Mr. Jethro Green himself, who came in from CAFAN to do some of the training. FAO chose Kari to do the training, and it was training that I think myself and most of the farmers benefit from. I should say not most, but all the farmers benefit from, because at the end of the training there was a testimony from every farmer that how they felt about the training.
And I want to say thanks to FAO for taking Northeast Farmer on board. A great deal. It was a great learning experience for me and all of the group. I can say that we learned a lot from Mr. Andal.
What have you learned from these training sessions?
The testimony from myself and the farmers is basically in terms of the potatoes, the yams, the dashing, and the tanya. Normally in the past we plant yam. We cut the yam maybe about almost a half a pound to a pound of yams to plant it in the ground. You plant the potato, you cut the various lengths and just take the slip, put it in the hole and cover it. But we had a 4-day training just how to plant potatoes, how to plant the yams, how to plant the tanya. Not only planting, but in terms of preparation.
How has the training benefited you in doing business itself? Not only business, but in the way in which you plant.
We grow crops and we prepare ourselves and we go to the market to sell. We cutlass the land. And when the training by Mr. Andal from Calicut, he asked, various questions, who grow what, how you go about it, and all of us people say we go and we prepare and we go to the market to sell. Nobody even said anything that we prepare the land and look in terms of how much it costs us to prepare the land. After we look at the costing, the labor we hire, including yourself, how much it costs you to do it. When you go to harvest, how do you harvest? And what we said before to what he said after we got the training was, there was far apart. After we finished the training, all the trainers together, we look and you see that you just don't go to your farm and play and plant. You brought to attention marketing. He brought to attention the cost that you're putting in terms of preparing the land. He brought you the market that you really have. When you're growing, who do you grow to? On the very first day we had the grower buyers meeting. Out of the grower buyers meeting, what we had to do was to get from the consumer's point of view what the consumer wants. We learned that consumer don't want these big set things we really want to plant in terms of, really farmers are so happy to get a yam weighing 3 feet, and we get a yam that big, and we get a dashing, while a dashing weighing 10 pounds. That's not what the consumer wants. Like somebody wants a nice 3-pound dashing, they could actually cook that as a meal for their family, or they could maybe just cut and cook some in the morning and maybe have some in the evening. Farmers want to go on the farm and grow, they bring it to the market today, and then when they go back to the market a week from now, they have nothing to find. What they were showing us is how do you grow that you can make it available for all the consumer at all times. When you go to your farm and you're farming, you don't go for you. You must take the consumer, the buyers in mind, because they are the one who is buying from you what you grow. So we sort of believe that how it's best to develop a partnership. We build up 3 partnerships there: the grower, the buyer, and well, which is the people that you want to call it a marketing. We see marketing in 2 ways. Marketing is when you of yourself could go to the market again and sell to the consumer who's buying. Okay. But when you want to grow and you have it taken in bulk, you need to work with the hotels now, the restaurant, the supermarket, and out of the training, we learn how to write contract, how to contract these people, and out of that, again, I should say, we learn to grow, not only to grow a little quarter acre. So we learn now that we could prepare ourselves as a farmer, as an organization, to grow as the customer demand. Marketing board was identified through the LOA as our marketing end of the project. Anything we have with anything agriculture, we actually go out in numbers, and you can go anywhere as the Ministry of Agriculture, Marketing Board, that what they know about NIFO, and immediately could tell you that when they come to the workshop, we always participate and we always show up. GIVE, CAFAN, FAO, Marketing Board, I know they find that NIFO is an organization they could work with. We talk in terms of food security. We know what is food security now. I don't even think the ministry mentioned food security and they really know what is food security. We know. Because every farmer now has a place on his farm where he's willing to grow as much as he could and save a little of it for later. That's food security.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.